All right, guys. Thank you for tuning into Billiard Breakdown today. We got number 9, Jason Rivera, in the top 10 players list for Rochester, New York, accepting a challenge from John Walsh, our current number 10 player. This is going to be a race to 9 and 9-ball pool, and the players will lag for break shortly.
Thank you.
Jason Rivera versus John Walsh. This is going to be a good one. The players are looking at some of the police or ambulance lights flashing outside.
Good one.
Have fun.
Team night.
All right, let's see who's going to win the lag here. Looks like Jason's got it. Nice speed. Good luck to both players. This should be a really good match. Jason to break. Breaks dry, but the 2-ball comes into play here. Kind of looks like John can only see the left side of the 1. Yeah, I guess you could see the entirety of the 1. Tough to tell from my angle. Nice shot, John.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I feel normally too, right?
Curious what his plan is for the 4-ball. He's got a good angle on the 3 to come up with several options here, though. So it doesn't look like the 4-ball cleared the 6, so John goes for a safety. Even though Jason can see the 4, this is tough to play. Hard to control both balls here. Jason overhits the 4 just by a little bit, and John can see the entire 4-ball here. No obvious pocket though, so we're likely to see another safety. Kind of looks like he's going to try to leave the cue ball behind the 5 and the 8. Or the 4 behind the 7 and the 9. Well played. Jason jacking up for a kick shot here. Maybe trying to add some right spin to make contact, and he does so pretty nicely. And John's left with a thin cut on the 4. Knowing how careful John shoots, it's tough to say if he's actually going to go for the shot or play safe once again. Nice cut by John, but looks like he was trying to hold position for the 5 ball into the side pocket, leaving the cue ball around the 7, but overhits it by a little bit. Now he's in a tough position where he's going to have to kick at the 5. Looks like he can barely see the right side of the 5 ball. Can't really tell if he was actually going for the long kick or direct contact, but either way, Jason's got ball in hand, and there are no problem balls on the table. Jason should be able to just shoot this 5 into the side pocket, roll the cue ball forward a little bit for the 6, and shoot the 7 into either corner. Looks like he's going for the more natural positional shot, which is just rolling the cue ball forward with the 5 into the far left corner pocket. Nice shot. A little sharp of an angle for the side pocket, but he should be able to slow roll this and still hold position for the 7. Surprising choice from Jason to try to go down to the short rail and back up for the 7, but on his way down, he accidentally, well, it seems like it was an accident, bumped into the 7 ball, which created this little bit of an awkward position. He sinks it no problem, and does the 8 clear the 9 for the corner? He's stroking at it like it does. Double checking this angle. Looks like Jason attempted to play safe. He ended up getting a safe position, somewhat on accident with the double kiss. Both players lightly joking about his past shot. Although John leaves Jason with an open shot at the 8 into the far right corner, this is somewhat difficult because of how close the cue ball is to the rail. On top of that, he's got to try to make position for the 9 ball. Let's see what Jason can come up with. Great shot. The position on the 9 is not the best, but it's about as good as he could have hoped for without reducing the accuracy of his stroke. And Jason overcuts the 9 by a good amount. Doesn't look like Jason gave John the side pocket. It may be possible to cut into the side, but it is a tough one. Let's see if John actually goes for it here. He might. He is good at those cuts. Yep. Going for the corner risks a scratch shot, and that is exactly what happened. Jason will take the first rack, 1-0.
Huh? Yeah, but he. Yeah.
Typically, the 9 ball would get spotted on the spot, but John concedes the rack, and Jason does not need to shoot it. Hey, Bob Hendricks in the live chat. Shout out to Bob. Bob says, English John should win this easily. Prediction is 9-5 in favor of John Walsh. Well, Bob, it's Jason Rivera in the lead, 1-0, so we'll see. Also, Bob, you want some scotch? Or are you good for now? Little bit of a wild cue ball came rolling towards John as he kicks it away. Good speed, perfect speed. The 2 ball may not pass the 6, or maybe John's only got half a pocket. He's got to think it through. Jason pockets the 2 ball, and he's left with a long distance shot on the 3. This is a little tricky because these shots are easy to overhit as far as power goes. He doesn't want to end up horizontal to the 4. Almost at the 50-yard line. Does the cue ball leak out? Seems like it does. Looks like John wasn't able to see as much of the 4 as I had thought, but he does end up playing a good safe by thinning the 4 and leaving the cue ball behind the 9. Jason makes good contact, but does it scratch? It does. John comes to the table with a nice layout and ball in hand. He gets a little straight on. He's going to have to stroke this through. Yeah, the angle was tough that he got on the 5. John drew the ball out just to take the longer shot, but maybe get more of an angle on the 6 than he originally would have had. Where's the cue ball going? Where's the cue ball going? He scratches. Jason Rivera at the table with ball in hand, and look at this. The key here is to bring that cue ball back near the 8. So just stunning or drawing that cue ball back on the 9 is an easier shot. Good position. Jason's really taking his time here. A key shot to set the tone for this match. Look at this. Great position by Jason. Can he make it 2-0? He does. Great shooting so far by Jason. The score is now 2-0 with Jason in the lead. Oh boy. We got Monster585 in the live chat. Manh Nguyen, aka Monster585, is our previous number 10 player in the top 10 players list in Rochester, New York. Monster585 in the live chat says, "Let's get it, Jason." Thanks for showing up, Mon, for your support for Jason. Bob Hendricks's prediction not looking so good at the moment. Interesting save by Jason.
Hello, Brandon. How are you? It looks like he's got grease all over.
John makes the bank on the one ball. Really nice shot. It was a two-way safety shot as well, sitting behind, having the cue ball sit behind the 3 or the 8. Wow. Great job avoiding both the 9 ball and the 5 to come around the table for a position on the 4. Really good finesse shown by John.
A little bit of one.
John may have gotten a little too straight on this 5 ball to make it back up the left side of the table for the 6. Let's see. What does he get? He gets a little bit of a bump, much needed. Still a very difficult shot to make in the far left corner, but better than what it could have been. John misses the 6, but look at the roll he gets on the cue ball. The 6 and the cue ball are on opposite ends of the table, and this is a tough shot to play safe on. Get it past the side pocket. Very nice. Yeah, tough shot to play safe on, but Jason does pretty well on this. Leaves John with a long distance shot on the 6 and makes it difficult to kind of just fall naturally onto the 7. Good contact made by John, but doesn't get too much of a result from it. Jason's got a kind of stuck in the pocket. He's going to have to bridge pretty awkwardly over the table, and but if he can just roll this 6 ball into the far right corner table speed, he should be out if he makes it. It's off a little. Is he going to get a lucky bounce? Not really. John Walsh comes to the table with a nice layout. Monster 585 says in the live chat, getting the rolls already. Are you talking about Jason or John? You might be talking about John. Good angle on the 7 to just hit this cue ball almost regular center to bring it between the 9 and the 8 up the table.
That was what I was more concerned about than showing time to take.
Instead, John plays safe, using the 9 ball as the blocker. Yeah, John plays a very patient, safe game. Is John going to get rewarded? He is. It's a thin cut on the 7, but because of how close that cue ball is to the 7, John should have no problem making this. He just needs to keep in mind to kind of stun this cue ball so it just travels horizontally along the far end of the table. The cue ball can land almost anywhere and he'll have a good shot on the 8.
Could have been a little faster.
Great position on the 8 to just stun this cue ball and make the 9 into the right corner. He could also roll this cue ball forward and shoot the 9 into the right side pocket. Nice stroke. Leaves himself a little awkward on the rail, but should be no problem for John. Great shot by John. John wins his first game. The score is now 2-1. Jason Rivera still in the lead. John with the magic rack.
Just line up those middle ones with the yield spot.
No, I still have some of it. I don't eat a lot of meat sometimes. Bread.
Within midpoint?
Yeah, like 2 fingers within that yeah.
Oh, so you could like.
Yeah.
Both players just going over some of the racking and breaking rules right now. Seems like Jason is requiring John to break within a imaginary box. John breaks dry. Jason's at the table with a good look at the 1. Let's see if Jason decides to use the 4 or the 6 ball here for safety. John can see this one ball.
It looked a little more makeable from
The one does go into the right corner here. Tough to say if he'll actually go for the shot or slow play it like he has been. Really nice cut. Ooh, there's a 2-9, potential 2-9 combo that John could go for if he can't come up with something better here. Doesn't seem like he really considered it. Instead, he plays a really nice save, nearly freezing Jason on that 9 ball. The 7 ball is in play with blocking the easiest kick. It's possible Jason may have to kick down to the short rail nearest us, but it's a pretty awkward stroke. Good hit. Jason leaves John with a shot. A little tricky to make position for the 3. John could use like a drag stroke to just bring that cue ball up to between the 9 and the 7, potentially. Instead, he is able to clear the 7 and gets a really good angle on the 3 to go 2 rails for the 4 ball.
Oh, it's gonna miss it. You gotta run hard now. No. Well, then 15 will go over there. Back that into this.
John chooses to play safe. Didn't look like he had the right angle on the 4, but now Jason's at the table with a shot. This shot is also very easy to just overstroke, so let's see if Jason is able to hold position for the 5 or if he's got something else in mind here. Nearly makes the 4, but now John's at the table with a pretty natural roll to just pocket this 4 ball and just roll up the table a little bit for the 5. Good speed by John. Needs the bridge for the shot.
I got no extension.
Players are very friendly with each other. John gets a fortunate bump on the 9. Really good position on the 6 to just hit a simple stun shot on this. John misses the straight-in shot on the 6, and Jason comes back to the table. He's got quite an angle on the 6. It is possible for him to hold position for the 7 into the side pocket, though, the right side. But he's got to hit this at a good pace. Looks like Jason was trying to set up for the 7 into the left corner. Doesn't get it. And John's back. Jason showing a little bit of frustration for missing the shot.
Had barely enough room to get a good hit on
John's got a shot on the 7, but it's not easy. If he can make it, he is able to just naturally fall onto the 8. John misses the thin cut on the 7. Couple different options here. Jason could hit this with heavy bottom left to bring that cue ball around the 9 towards the right, or he can hit this with top right to good hit by Jason. Really nice angle on the 8. He just has to make sure he avoids the side pocket, the right side pocket. I am a little surprised to see Jason go for the bank here. He may have gotten a lucky roll with the cue ball sitting behind the 9, but John should be able to see a small portion of this 8 at the bare minimum. Maybe enough to just shoot this straight in. Is John going to get the side pocket?
Good, how are you?
John is straight in to the side pocket. It's looking like he's going to be able to tie this up 2-2. Great shot by John. The score is now 2-2. The players are tied. John to rack.
yesterday.
It's okay. Too hungover?
So far, yeah. But you probably made up for it.
Everybody's reaching out.
Taking too long to get the shot. Took us 65 seconds. 60 seconds. 90 seconds.
John to break. Jason saying hi to a bunch of league players shooting here tonight. The 5 ball is pocketed.
Yeah. Then 3.
So he put us on a timer, 30 seconds, which that's where it broke.
The 7 ball makes the right corner pocket a little bigger. He doesn't have to be as accurate here. Instead, the 7 ball is just hit straight on. The 1 ball bounces back up, and Jason's got a similar shot.
Then I found more information, they didn't do anything, didn't take anything. Because the asshole Voelkl people there wouldn't let them do anything.
Nice job by Jason using the 7 ball to make sure that 1 goes in.
I'll probably sleep for an hour.
Women and children. Across the border, it's illegal. You're an illegal alien. Across the border, so you're a criminal.
But he misses the cut on the 2, but ends up with a safe. Looks like John's just going to try to hit this directly on, thinning the 2 and leaving the cue ball on the opposite end of the table. Does the 7 come in? It does not.
There's a tariff here, you go.
And then they're like,
John should be able to see a little bit of that left side of the 2. Jason does get a good roll though. Couple of nice back and forth safety shots, neither player giving each other any layups. And Jason misses this cut. Or, I mean, this kick. It's possible he may have tried to go 2 rails for it. But, you know, the more variables you introduce into your shot, the more probable it is that you don't get what you want. John doesn't quite get the on the right side, on the correct side of the 3. He's going to have to kind of just shoot this ball softly or stun the cue ball and take the slightly longer shot on the 4.
He rattled the hairpin. Yeah.
He does a nice job of using a little bit of inside spin to bring that cue ball straight back out. John surprisingly misses the 6 ball, and Jason's got a thin cut on the 6 into the side pocket. Just a touch of left spin, probably, to just bring that cue ball 3 rails back towards the center of the table for the 7 would be good. Didn't hit it quite hard enough. Good pot by Jason. Nice straight stroke. Cue ball rolls a little too close to the 8 though. It's likely he's going to try to cut this 8 into the, well, looks like he's going for the right corner, far right corner. He misses it by a little bit. John should be able to bring this cue ball to the left long rail and just have that cue ball roll towards the 9. Is he going to scratch? That was a close call. John with good position here. Great shot by John. The score is now 3-2. John Walsh taking the lead for the first time in this match. For anyone just joining us, thank you for tuning in to Billiard Breakdown today. This is number 9, Jason Rivera, in the top 10 players list for Rochester, New York, taking on the challenger, John Walsh, who is currently our number 10 player. This is a race to 9 in 9-ball pool, and the score is 3-2 in John Walsh's favor for the first time in this match.
I doubt it.
Of course. Oh.
Good save by Jason. Look at this. Good shot by John. He makes it. He makes the kick. What a shot by Jason Rivera. With position on the 2. Great shot. Passes the 9 nicely. A spectator stopping by to speak to Jason. Wow. Great combo by John. What a shot. Score is now 4-2. John increasing his lead. John breaks dry once again. A little bit weird that he hasn't been able to pocket a ball with the magic rack. I know he typically doesn't practice with the magic rack or break from it. I was going to say, is Jason going to get the 2-9 combo here? Jason doesn't get the cue ball down far enough for the 3 ball into the side pocket. It's still makeable, but the 4 ball's stuck on the 7. And Jason comes up with a really nice bank combo into the 8 ball side pocket. Let's see what else he's got here. It's possible for Jason to bank this into the far left corner. But instead, plays it safe behind the 6. Nice shot. Yeah, Jason's got to catch back up, starting with this game right here.
Yep. Fucking right out of the pocket. Wouldn't have done me much.
Yeah, John could see more of that 3 ball than it seemed. Jason's back at the table. I wonder if he's going to consider this 3-9 or just slow play it. 3-9's not a bad shot to go for just because the 4 is tied up. Even if you miss, you should still be able to come back to the table one time. Jason gets a thin cut on the 4 into the side pocket. He's got to be careful of the scratch into the far right corner, though. Oh, almost makes it. So close. Good attempt, and now John's back at the table. Holding position for the 5 into the side is a little tricky. Depends on how much of an angle he's got on the 4. It may be better to just come down and back up the table for either the far right corner or the side pocket on the 5. But he misses it. Wow. It's always those shots that you think are 100% that you end up missing somehow. Jason leaves John the 4 ball into the corner pocket. Overhits this cue ball a little bit, or maybe a lot of bit. But you know, John doesn't really have to worry too much about position on the 7. Even just slow rolling this cue ball, he'll end up perfect. Instead, he adds a lot of action to the cue ball, and he may have just made quite the error here. It's a little too thin of a cut to make into the side, and I don't think John can reliably pocket this 7 into the right corner. Let's see what he does. That's a good shot by John. John puts it back in Jason's hands, and not an easy shot to play safe on. You can leave the cue ball and the 7 on opposite ends of the table, both on the long rail, the left and right side, but it's a tough shot to control. Jason goes for the shot. He makes it. What a bank by Jason. Great shot. Great shot. The 7 wobbles in the pocket, but it drops. The score is now 3-4. John Walsh still in the lead, but Jason still in the game with an awesome shot to close it out.
No, I can't. I mean, yes, I thought. What's that?
Jason gets a nice bump on the 1 ball from the 3. Bumps that 1 ball right behind the 6. Good kick by John, just creating some distance between both balls. Yeah, a lot of these racks are turning into safety battles that both players are just trying to slowly grind out. Jason may have enough angle on this 1 to pocket it into the side pocket. 2-7 combo goes as well. But he's going to kick it into the left side pocket. He ends up with a good safe on the 1. Jason's going to take a quick bathroom break, it looks like, and we will be right back with it.
And I am not very prepared. I've been preparing for everyone else. I'm preparing for myself. So, and mine, all of my stuff, no will get brought up.
Yeah, right.
Because mine is internal. I have
Both players are back to the table, and we will be resuming the action. Let's see if John tries to use the 2-7 here. He does, but the cue ball kisses off the 7, and Jason's got a shot at the 1. But even if he makes the 1, nothing too easy on the 2. And then look at the 4-5. This is going to be a pretty slow game here. Good shot by Jason, though. Does he get blocked behind the 6? He does, but there really is not much pressure to try to make this 2-ball. I mean, even if Jason scratches and John gets ball in hand, this is not an easy run out at all. John's eyeing this 2-9 combo. Can he make another one for an early win? It's a good shot to go for. It's a low-risk shot. Looks like John didn't end up going for it. He was going for the 4-5 breakup, using the 9-ball and sitting the cue ball behind the 7. Really a creative play here. High-level stuff. And Jason misses the kick on the 2. Jason may be on his second foul. I'm not too sure. I may have lost track, but if he is on his second foul, wow. Yep. That 4-5. Ooh. I have no idea how Jason's gonna make contact here. I guess he could just hit at the short rail and come back up. Maybe he needs a little bit of right spin, and he misses it. And that's game. John Walsh, 3 fouls. Jason Rivera. The score is now 5-3. John Walsh in the lead. Well played by John, taking advantage of those 2 balls that were kind of stuck together. John Walsh to break. Let's see if he can actually pocket something. Hasn't been too rewarding for him. Jason goes for the shot on the 1 but misses. But he played the two-way shot using all the balls on the table around the center as potential blockers for the 1. John misses the 2-rail kick and breaks up the 3 and the 7. A little bit questionable if that, well, it looks like it does. The 7 does clear the 9 into the right corner, and it can also be made into the left side pocket. So there are a couple options here for Jason if he's able to run out till the 6. Gets a little funny on the 2. Two was on track, but 3 got in the way a little bit. Kind of looked like Jason only really had half a pocket there. Great cut by John. And look at the position on the 3. Really nice shot. You should be able to just gently stun this cue ball up for the 4 ball into the left corner, the same corner as the 3.
You were landing them out.
Which he does really nicely. John's got a good angle here to just hit this cue ball with a little bit of draw to bring it above the 5. Similar shot on the 5 as he had on the 4, except he follows this one and he gets a really good position. The 7 does clear the 9, as I said before, so John should be able to just, he may draw this back to the long rail towards the left, but he could just as easily stun this cue ball and take a slightly longer shot. He stuns it to the left, but doesn't get as big of a bounce as he would have liked. Really? John misses the 7, but Jason's pretty straight on. It's going to be tough to create an angle to get back up the table for the 8. He may just draw this back and take the longer shot, but let's see what he ends up doing. Jason does attempt to draw the cue ball back a little bit. He's got the side pocket. It's not an easy cut, but it is a shot. He misses it. And he leaves John with a good angle on the 8. It's not an easy shot, but he's got a good angle to just naturally hit center ball and bring that cue ball back around for the 9-2 rails. Maybe a little bit of right is needed, but making position on this 9 shouldn't be a problem for John. Nice shot. Is he going to scratch? Is he going to? He does not. He avoids the left corner pocket. And he should be able to take this game and increase his lead to 6. All right, good shot by John. The score is now 6-3. John Walsh increasing his lead. John hasn't been missing too much. He's missed a couple shots, but overall he's shooting very straight and very accurate. Shout out to Parker Canarvis in the live chat saying it's a tight one. What's a tight one, Parker? Parker Canarvis says the 2-ball shot was tight, and yeah, it was. Jason gets an unfortunate bump onto the 5-ball, blocks his way of rolling up the table a little more for the 2 into the side pocket. But he's able to cut it in, and that's a good shot. He makes the 6. Good combo. This is going to be a tough one. Ideally, Jason would like to add a little bit of draw to the shot and just go 2 rails to make position for the 4 on the short side, which he almost does. That was a great attempt. Instead, he's left with a 4-8 combo, it looks like. Tough to say if this is actually possible. Jason pulls out the bridge. If this 4-8 is makeable, he's got to make sure he makes it. John's got a potential 4-9 here, but we're likely not to see him go for that. A little too sharp of an angle for the side pocket, so. All right, Jason, time to make this 4-9. John is wiping the shaft of his cue with his shirt. Jason should have a shot at this 4-ball. It was a good attempt. Those angled cuts are a little tricky. Good speed by John. Tough to make position for the 8 into the side pocket. He may just take the long corner shot on the 8. John leaves himself with a somewhat of a difficult cut. He definitely wanted to stun that over a little more, but that's what he's got. He's going to have to stroke this through 2 rails to make position for the 9 into the left corner. What a shot. What a shot by John. Look at that. Not easy to hit that ball with inside spin with that pace to go 2 rails for the 9. Great shot by John. The score is now 7-3. Wow. The score is now 7-3. John Walsh, our number 10 ranked player, in the lead. Shooting extremely well. Is he scratching? The cue ball rolls into the corner pocket. Jason's at the table. Jason misses the long shot on the three. Looks like he's left with another long cut, but this is much more makeable. Couldn't really tell if he over or undercut that, but Jason misses the three ball and John's got a shot. And he's also got a good angle to just have that cue ball stay between the 5 and the 9 for position on the 4 into the side pocket. But he misses it. He got the angle on the 4. Jason loses control of the cue ball a little bit, ends up behind the 9. Pretty good kick safe by Jason, leaving the 5 and the cue ball, I guess, parallel to each other. John sells out the 5. Maybe he does not. Does look like Jason's able to see this though. The 6 is in a good position for the side pocket. Lots of room for different angles to make position for the 7. It's a touchy shot though, because if you just hit it with regular center, the cue ball can land on the rail, leaving an uncomfortable shot. So Jason chooses to stun the cue ball, taking the slightly longer shot, but at least he's off the rail. He's got more to work with to get on the 7. Nice shot. Oh, didn't want to get straight. He may draw this back a little bit to give himself less of an angle on the 8, but he chooses to stun it. He still has a good angle. The 9 goes in every pocket, so he just needs to hit this at a good pace. Very nice. All right, Jason's on the money ball. And he sinks it. Great shot to Jason. The score is now 7-4. John Walsh still in the lead. All right, Jason Rivera to break. Let's see if he can work his way back into the lead. The 1's pocketed into the side, but doesn't have much of a shot at the 2. We might see him pull out the jumper here. Yep, Jason grabs one of his different cues for the shot.
Everybody was ready to see me.
Makes good contact. Nearly makes the 2. Just a little bit more to the right, and the cue ball would have thrown that 2 ball in. Good attempt.
Thank you.
Nice safety by John. Couple angles are cut off for Jason here. Gonna have to jump over 2 balls. Good contact. He makes the 3, and he's got position on the 2. Oh man. Good shot to Jason. We might see Jason try to slow roll this cue ball into the 2 though. And he overhits it. Does he get hooked? He gets hooked too. Jason is hooked on the side pocket. He's got to kick at this. What a bad roll. He did overhit that 2 ball though. John's got ball in hand. Good position on the 5. John may want to take the short side on the 6 ball. If you try to stun it over to the right, it's possible that you can bump into the 8. He may just want to take the short side or just hit this a little harder and take the sharper cut. Yep. So John ends up just slow rolling for the short side. You might need a little bit of top left spin to have this cue ball come back up for the 7. Now, he's got a tough angle on the 7. He's going to have to stroke this through really nice. Whether with topspin or draw shot, bottom left spin, he's going to have to hit this with some pace. John ends up drawing it into the side pocket. John hits an excellent shot on the 7, and the cue ball finds its way into the side pocket. Terrible roll for John. And Jason should be able to clean this up and make it 7-5. He sinks it. Good shot to Jason. The score is now 7-5. John Walsh still in the lead, but Jason closing in. Really unfortunate roll for John Walsh there. Cue ball going into the side pocket after hitting a really nice shot. All right, Jason, time to make some balls on the break.
Hit the 10 ball, off here and try to keep the cue ball here, and have the 10 ball just come perfect. And for me being over a ball like that, it's nearly impossible. Sorry. COVID, I never shake hands.
Dry break. John can choose between the side or the corner for this 1 ball. Not an easy shot though, just how much on the rail he is. John playing his game. Slow playing with the safety behind that 6, 3, and 7 cluster. Good cut. Good kick, good cut on the 1, and look at the position Jason gets here. This is kickable into the side pocket though. Almost makes it into the corner. Good attempt, but Jason's at the table with a good shot on the 1. Questionable on how to make position for the 2 here. Maybe heavy top right spin and leave yourself a sharper angle on the 2. That is what Jason ends up going for. Definitely wanted to hit it a little bit harder though. Probably didn't think he'd hit the 1 as straight on as he did. But he cuts the 2 too thin. John's going to want to bring this cue ball back towards around the spot on the table, ideally. But he mishits it. He doesn't get enough. Yeah, when you're shooting with the bridge, it's difficult to gauge the power on that. Not the same as stroking, that's for sure. All right, Jason. Let's see if you can add enough spin to get this cue ball back for the 4 into either pocket here. Works. That was the right amount of power, just didn't get the right angle on the 3 for Jason, and John's back at the table with pretty easy shot on the 3, and he can just roll this cue ball back up for the 4. But he over-rolls it. John showing a little bit of frustration here at the result of his shot. And he plays safe behind the 5. John's safety shots are really on point. Not easy to play against, for sure. That 4 ball looked like it was on track for the 9. Good kick by Jason, but John's got a natural position for the 5, just regular center ball on the for the 4 ball here. Does he overhit it? Is he able to get enough bounce for the 7? He gets a little bit. Leaves himself with a tough cut. Definitely holding position for the 8 doesn't really seem plausible for the side pocket. He may have to come up with something else. But instead, look at the roll. Look at the roll on the 8. He gets straight on. Nice shot by John. He sinks it. It's 8-5 with John Walsh on the hill now. Bob Hendrickson earlier in the live chat said English John should win this easily. My prediction is 9-5. Bob Hendricks' prediction may come true. That's after Jason was in the lead. Jason's really got to find a way to make John uncomfortable, either by playing more safes, tighter safes, or by punishing John by when he leaks out a ball or gets a bad roll. Tough player to play against, though. Let's see if Jason could win 3 in a row here, make it hill-hill. Jason's taking a quick break in the maybe in the bathroom, but we will be back shortly with the action.
Are you serious?
All right, Jason, come on. Time to show up. Jason decides to push out. For all the viewers, pushing out is when the player with the shot right after the break can shoot the cue ball into any position onto the table without a risk of a scratch, and the incoming player can choose to take the shot or give it back. In this case, John takes the difficult shot on the 1, avoids the scratch, and sinks it into the far right corner. Shooting confident. Does it get enough of the 3 ball? Tough to say. The 3 ball leaks out on John, but this is a tough shot. Jason's probably going to go for it. There's really no obvious safety here. He doesn't get it. John's got a thin cut on the 3 into the right corner, but with a little bit of bottom right spin should be able to make position for the 4. Actually a nice spot here for Jason. John's probably just going to try to draw this cue ball back into the 5 though and use it as a blocker. Shoot the 4 into the opposite end of the table. But instead, he cuts it in. Great shot. Not an easy angle at all. Let's see how he plans on getting on the 6. May have to go back and forth 2 rails. Yeah, John's shooting really good right now. Ooh. He gets stuck on the rail. Ideally, he would have liked to have been a little bit off the rail so he can shoot this cue ball with a little bit of bottom and avoid the 9 and stun that cue ball towards the short rail nearest us and then back up the table for the 7. But now he's at risk of bumping into the 9. But he makes it. He makes the 9. He makes the 7 and the 9. What a way to end this match. Wow. John Walsh, the 2-in-1 shot for the win. Wow. Wow, what a shot. The final score is 9-5. Bob Hendricks with the accurate prediction since the beginning. Don't let Bob Hendricks on DraftKings. Well, that is the end to this match. Thank you for tuning into Billiard Breakdown today. This was number 9, Jason Rivera, defending his position against number 10, number 10, John Walsh. John Walsh takes the win 9-5 in a race to 9 and 9-ball pool. Wow. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys next time.